Is it Kate or Catherine? What the fans are demanding. Have you ever noticed how one simple name can spark a surprisingly passionate debate? Is she Kate? Or should everyone call her Catherine? It might sound like a small detail, but across social media, comment sections, and royal fan communities, this conversation has become bigger than anyone expected. Every time the Princess of Wales appears at a public engagement, thousands of people weigh in. Some insist she'll always be Kate Middleton. Others argue that as the Princess of Wales, she deserves to be called Catherine. So why does this matter so much? And more importantly, which name does she actually seem to prefer? Let's take a closer look. For millions around the world, Kate Middleton was the name they first came to know. Long before royal titles, before palace balconies, and before becoming one of the most recognizable women in the world, she was introduced to the public as Kate Middleton, the university student dating Prince William. That name appeared on newspaper covers for years. It followed her through charity appearances, royal weddings, pregnancies, and countless headlines. To many people, Kate feels warm, familiar, and personal. It's the name they've known for over 2 decades. Fans often say that calling her Kate makes her feel approachable, a future queen who still seems relatable despite living in extraordinary circumstances. Even today, major media outlets frequently use Kate Middleton because it's instantly recognizable worldwide. For many supporters, changing that feels unnecessary. As one fan recently commented online, "She'll always be Kate to me because that's how we first met her." That sentiment is shared by countless admirers who see the nickname as a sign of affection rather than disrespect. But another group of royal followers strongly disagrees. They believe that Catherine better reflects her official role and the dignity of her position. After all, her birth name is Catherine Elizabeth Middleton. Official palace announcements almost always refer to her as Catherine, Princess of Wales. Formal royal documents avoid using Kate. This has led many fans to argue that continuing to use the nickname overlooks her evolution from a private citizen into a senior working royal. Supporters of Catherine often point out that other members of the royal family are usually referred to by their formal names. Few people casually refer to King Charles as Charlie. Likewise, royal communications consistently use formal titles and names to reflect constitutional roles rather than personal nicknames. To these fans, calling her Catherine isn't about being overly formal, it's about recognizing the responsibilities she now carries. Interestingly, neither side appears to be entirely wrong. Over the years, friends, classmates, journalists, and even members of the public have used both names. Those who knew her before royal life have often called her Kate. Official engagements, however, generally emphasize Catherine. It's almost as if 2 identities exist at the same time. There's Kate, the familiar young woman many watched grow up in public. And there's Catherine, the Princess of Wales, preparing for one day becoming queen. Rather than competing with each other, these 2 names tell different chapters of the same story. One reflects where she came from. The other reflects where she is today. The debate has become even more noticeable on social media. Whenever a royal video is posted, the comments quickly divide. One person writes, "Beautiful as always, Kate." Another immediately replies, "Please show respect and call her Catherine." Then someone else responds, "She has always been Kate." Before long, the discussion has hundreds, sometimes thousands of replies. It's fascinating because the debate isn't really about a name. It's about identity. It's about tradition. It's about respect. And it's about how public figures evolve, while millions of people feel they've grown alongside them. Everyone believes they're showing appreciation, but in different ways. Some royal commentators suggest that this discussion highlights something unique about the Princess of Wales. Unlike many public figures, she has remained remarkably consistent. Whether someone calls her Kate or Catherine, people often describe the same qualities: grace, patience, dedication, calm under pressure, support for charitable causes, a focus on family. Those characteristics have remained steady throughout years of intense public attention. Perhaps that's why the debate continues. People care enough about her image that even a name feels significant. There's another interesting perspective. Language changes depending on context. Think about your own life. Family members might call you one name. Friends might shorten it. At work, colleagues might use your full name. None of those versions necessarily replace the others. They simply belong to different settings. The same may be true here. Catherine naturally fits official speeches, state occasions, and palace announcements. Kate often feels more conversational and familiar in everyday discussions. Many linguists would argue that both can exist comfortably without diminishing the other. Royal historians also remind us that public names have evolved throughout history. Members of the royal family have often been known differently in private and public life. Nicknames have existed for generations behind palace walls, while official names appeared in state documents. This isn't unusual. What's different today is that social media allows millions of people to participate in the conversation instantly. Every interview clip, every photograph, every royal appearance. Each one restarts the same debate all over again. So, what does the princess herself think? Interestingly, she has rarely addressed the subject publicly. She has never launched a campaign asking people to stop saying Kate, nor has she publicly corrected those who prefer Catherine. Instead, she appears focused on her work rather than the labels surrounding it. That silence may actually explain why the conversation continues. Without a definitive public statement, supporters naturally interpret the situation differently. Some see that as quiet acceptance of both names. Others believe official palace wording provides the answer. Until she says otherwise, the discussion is likely to continue. Perhaps the most important takeaway is this. Whether someone says Kate or Catherine, the overwhelming majority of people using either name are expressing admiration. Very few are trying to cause offense. They're simply choosing the version that feels most natural to them. And maybe that's what makes this debate so interesting. It's one of the rare internet arguments where both sides are usually coming from a place of respect. One side values familiarity. The other values formality. Neither side is necessarily questioning the person herself. Instead, they're discussing what her remarkable journey represents. Now, we'd love to hear from you. If you had to choose just one, which name do you think best reflects the Princess of Wales today? Are you firmly on Team Kate, because that's the name you've known and loved for years? Or do you believe Catherine is the more fitting name as she continues her royal duties and prepares for the future? And here's the real question. Do you think the name someone chooses says something about how they see her, or do you think both names are equally respectful? Share your thoughts in the comments below, but remember to keep the conversation kind and respectful. Everyone has their own perspective, and that's what makes this discussion so fascinating. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest royal stories, thoughtful discussions, and behind-the-scenes insights into the British royal family. We'll see you in the next video.